Welcome everyone to the Flix and 6 Comic Club.
Woo! Woo!
I am your very excited host, Max Capper, and to my left is the man who dreams of being an Iron Man, Mr. Jeremy Miller.
That's right. We got dreams here.
We got dreams. We got big dreams. So, this is our first episode of the Comic Club, and we decided we wanted to do this after watching the movie Endgame.
Yep.
We felt there was kind of a void.
Huge void in our hearts.
In our hearts.
Yeah, in our souls.
In our souls. Because we wanted more of these characters.
Yes.
We are by no means comic book experts.
Not
we want to
yet.
make that clear at the top.
Yep.
But we hope to be.
One day.
And through this show, we hope to bring you along with us.
That's it.
So the premise of this show is every episode we are going to review and talk about 4 different comics. In this show, we decided we wanted to cover Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Jeremy's favorite character
My
in the
favorite.
MCU. Character I don't know a whole lot about. I've read comics throughout the years, but never really touched on Iron Man. So today we're going to review 4 different ones. You want me to kick it off?
Kick it off, Maxie. Well
right.
said, dude.
The first comic we're going to talk about is Mask in the Iron Man. This is pretty cool. You got a clock for that?
Oh, yeah. Let me get a minute on the clock. It is Flix and 6 tradition to always give a minute take, okay? Because we're trying to give you guys bang for your buck.
Right. So 1 minute, I'm going to talk briefly about this comic, and let me know when you're ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Maxie.
Okay, so Mask in the Iron Man, written in 2001 by Joe Quesada, who's currently the chief creative officer at Marvel Comics, I believe.
No shit.
He's also written Uncanny X-Men. He brought Daredevil back in the early 2000s. This comic is if Tony Stark's Iron Man suit became sentient without Tony, is the premise.
Shit.
And it's very good. I thought it was a great read. The story is a great concept, Tony battling with the AI of his suit. I felt Tony's struggle in this comic. And the art is wonderful. It's really kind of modern, a stylized look at Iron Man. Overall, it was short. I felt the climax did kind of fall a little flat at the end. And there was a love story in there that just didn't seem necessary to the point of the story. Overall, good read, though.
Cool. Are you going to give it a letter grade? Are we doing that?
Why not? Why not? I'll give it a B.
A B.
Yeah.
Not bad.
There we go.
Okay. So that's your first one.
Yep. And then we're going to move on to Jeremy.
Now I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
I want to preface this, though, guys. Okay, on Flix and 6, which is our movie review podcast, we're not as reliant on our notes, okay? But I am very note reliant right now for this show.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of reading.
A lot of reading.
Lot of stuff. So I'm going to be reading on my notes, so bear with me, okay? That being said, Max, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, guys, so check this out. The first one I read is the Demon in a Bottle series. Okay.
Sick.
Now, this was the Invincible Iron Man issues number 120 through 128. Okay.
Nice.
And it came out in 1979. So I'm reading old school stuff here.
Yeah.
Okay. Which was a lot of fun in and of itself. The writing back then was so much thicker and it was rich with beautiful descriptions and like Tony Stark is the Tony Stark that you see in the MCU. Nice. Right? Which was awesome. He's witty, he's clever, he's kind of an asshole, but like you love it. This series in particular was very dark. It's basically Tony Stark battling corporate greed, distrust of society, and most importantly, alcoholism. Yeah. So it was a very cool read. Overall, I'm going to give it a B as well. I highly recommend it, though. It's fucking awesome, and you see a lot taken from it for the movies.
Awesome.
So that's my letter grade. How'd I do, Max?
You 101.
Okay. I always go over on Flix and 6, you guys. All right, you ready, Max?
Yeah.
Okay, your next comic, dude. We're kind of winging this, you guys.
We are winging it, but you know what? It's fine.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Maxie.
All right, this is Armor Wars, written in 1987 by David Michelini, who also wrote a lot of the Return of the Jedi comics.
No shit.
And a bunch of Amazing Spider-Man comics. I thought this was a really good story overall. The cast of characters you see in it is just fantastic. It really brought me back to the movies. You see Ant-Man, Rhodey's in there. It was great. It makes me want to follow up on the rest of the run and see what else happened in this series.
Sick.
So really high marks for that one. The cons, it was written in 1987, so some of the design and the retroness of it pulled me out of it a little bit. A lot of the time period and the technology felt like they clashed. Like it was just kind of unbelievable that this existed in 1987 for me, but it's a comic, so it doesn't affect me that much. And some of the characters felt a little one-dimensional. Overall, I give it a B.
A B?
Yep.
Well done, dude. Right on your minute mark.
Yep.
Okay, so line me up here, Max.
Last comic.
Last comic for this episode, at least. We're winging it, guys. This is our first time, all right? So cut us a little slack. We're reviewing comics. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. The last comic we're telling you guys about today was Iron Man Extremis, okay, which was a 6-issue story arc from Iron Man Volume 4, and it was published between 2005 and 2006, okay? Now, the most notable notes for me with this one is that it was the main source material for Iron Man 3, okay? So tons of details from Iron Man 3 were in this comic, which was really cool, especially... Maya Hansen, played by Rebecca Hall in Iron Man 3, along with Aldrich Killian, played by Guy Pearce. They were in this comic.
Oh, cool.
So that was fucking dope. Also, you see a lot of Tony's origin story. So it was really fun to read. It was a lot more modern. So the artwork wasn't as retro, but it still felt really cool. I'm actually going to give this one an A. This shit was fucking awesome.
Nice.
If you haven't ever read a comic, start here. This is dope.
Cool.
There we go.
Nice. I think I'm going to steal that one from you.
Cool. Steal it, dude. I'll let you borrow it. All
right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so that was our review of these 4 comics. Just to recap, mine is Mask in the Iron Man, as well as Armor Wars. Both really good. Gave them both Bs. And Jeremy's is Demon in a Bottle and Iron Man Extremis. So go ahead and check them out. You have 4 comics to choose from. If you like any of them, please leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Tell us, what you thought of them if you read them, and give us any other recommendations for, Iron Man comics or what you'd like to see us do in future episodes.
I love that. Yeah, drop some comments, you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
And we're also going to go way more in depth on our comics. We've got a shit ton of notes and a whole bunch to talk about.
Yeah.
Plus some bonus content that you'll only find on our social media as well as our full podcast episode.
Right.
Which we will put a link in the description, okay? So make sure you follow the link and follow us on social media.
Cool. And this episode is going to show up on the Flix and Six
It'll be on the
feed?
It'll be on the main feed, so you can just find it there. The Comic Book Club starring Maxie and me, Jeremy Miller.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. This has been the Flix and Six Comic Book Club inaugural episode.
Inaugural.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.